Hey everyone, welcome back to Mindverse. Today, we're rediving into one of the most mind-bending questions ever asked. What would the universe look like if Earth never existed? Imagine no blue oceans, no green forests, no life as we know it, just a silent cosmos. Let's explore together what this alternate reality might reveal. Imagine waking up one day and realizing Earth never existed. Our planet, the place we call home, never formed in the first place. No continents, no seas, no mountains, no life. Just an empty gap in the solar system where Earth should have been. It feels impossible to imagine, because Earth is the center of our entire experience of reality. Every memory, every story, every dream has taken place here. Without Earth, we wouldn't even exist to ask this question. But if we step outside our imagination for a moment and approach this scientifically and philosophically, we can begin to explore what such a universe might look like. Earth formed about 4.5 billion years ago, out of a swirling disk of gas and dust around the young sun. The planets were slowly assembling, colliding, and growing, until the solar system we know today began to take shape. But if Earth never formed, the balance of this cosmic dance would be very different. Between Venus and Mars, there would be an empty gap. At first, this might not sound like a big deal. Just one less planet, right? But Earth isn't just any planet. Its gravity helps keep the solar system stable. Its presence shapes the orbits of countless asteroids and comets. Without it, the asteroid belt might be far more chaotic, with space rocks drifting unpredictably, colliding with Mars, Venus, or even being flung out of the solar system entirely. And of course, without Earth there would be no moon. Our moon was born from a giant impact between Earth and a Mars-sized body called Dea. That collision created the glowing molten sphere that cooled into our moon. The moon stabilizes Earth's tilt, giving us regular seasons and a stable climate. Without Earth, none of that could ever have happened. The night skies of Venus and Mars would remain moonless. The entire history of the solar system would feel incomplete. But perhaps the most haunting part of this thought experiment is not the missing planet itself, but what Earth represents. Earth is the only known home of life. It is the cradle of everything we know and love. Take Earth out of the picture, and you erase life as we know it. No trees, no birds, no fish, no humans, no languages or stories, no science or technology. The silence of space would remain unbroken. Venus would still exist, but it is a hellish world, its surface hot enough to melt lead, its thick atmosphere choking with carbon dioxide and sulfuric acid. Mars would still orbit the sun, but it is small, dry, and cold, with only a whisper of atmosphere. Neither Venus nor Mars would ever host thriving forests or oceans. They would be barren neighbors orbiting a lonely sun. The giant planets Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune would still reign in the outer solar system, their moons circling them in darkness. Some of those moons, like Europa and Enceladus, might still hold subsurface oceans beneath icy shells. Perhaps microbes could exist in those hidden oceans. But without Earth, advanced civilizations would be far less likely to arise. The human story, the story of culture and music and science, would never be told. Think for a moment about the ripple effects. Earth not only hosts life, it protects the rest of the solar system in subtle ways. Its gravity acts as a shield, deflecting or capturing asteroids that might otherwise strike Venus or Mars. Without Earth, those planets could face constant bombardment, their surfaces scarred again and again by impacts. Mars, already fragile, might never even have had the chance to sustain the brief periods of water it once held. Venus, without Earth as a gravitational partner, might have evolved even more chaotically than it did. The whole delicate balance of the solar system would unravel over billions of years, and there's something deeper here. Earth is more than just a rock in space, it is a storyteller. Carl Sagan once said, "We are a way for the cosmos to know itself." That's exactly what Earth allows. Through us, the universe has developed eyes to see itself, minds to question itself, and voices to sing about its beauty. Without Earth, the universe would still exist, galaxies would still form, stars would still burn, black holes would still consume, but all of it would unfold in silence. No one would ever watch a sunset, no one would ever listen to the sound of rain, no one would ever wonder where the stars came from. The universe would remain beautiful, but blind. It is chilling to imagine. Imagine galaxies spinning forever, light crossing billions of years of distance, planets circling suns, comets streaking through darkness, and yet no witness, no thought, no question. Without Earth, perhaps the universe would continue without meaning. Or perhaps meaning is not inherent but created by beings like us. If so, then Earth's absence would mean the absence of meaning itself. But maybe, just maybe, life would emerge elsewhere. The universe is vast, with hundreds of billions of galaxies, each holding billions of stars and countless planets. If Earth had never formed, perhaps another world would rise to take its place. Somewhere orbiting a star in another corner of the Milky Way, or in another galaxy altogether, alien beings might evolve. Maybe they would look up at their skies, ask questions about their origins, and dream of traveling among the stars. Maybe they would become the storytellers of the universe. If that's true, then perhaps Earth's absence wouldn't matter in the grand scheme of things. life might simply shift to another cradle. But the specific story of Earth, our oceans, our forests, our art, our laughter would never exist, and that loss would echo across eternity. Thinking about a universe without Earth forces us to realize just how fragile and precious our existence really is. The conditions that allow life are delicate: a slightly different distance from the sun, a weaker magnetic field, a thinner atmosphere, and Earth could have been barren like Mars or boiling like Venus. Instead, it became something miraculous. The only world, as far as we know, that has ever looked back at the stars with curiosity. When we imagine the cosmos without Earth, we also imagine the cosmos without wonder. That thought alone makes our small planet feel infinitely valuable, and it teaches us something else. If Earth is so rare, then our responsibility to protect it is enormous. If Earth never existed, life as we know it would never have had a chance, but Earth does exist. We are here, which means we must take care of this world because it may truly be one of a kind. We can dream about colonizing Mars or searching for habitable exoplanets, but for now, this pale blue dot is our only home. If we lose it, we might be imagining not just a hypothetical scenario, but our own future reality, a universe without Earth. So imagine it again, one last time. A silent solar system, spinning around the sun, but missing the jewel of blue and green. Venus, shrouded in clouds. Mars, frozen and barren. The outer giants swirling in the cold. Asteroids wandering freely, colliding endlessly. A universe alive with energy but empty of meaning. And then return your mind to where we are now. A warm planet, filled with forests and rivers, with animals and people, with dreams and stories. A planet that sings back to the stars. That contrast is the lesson. Earth is not inevitable. It is a miracle, and the miracle is ours to protect. So what would the universe look like without Earth? Empty, silent, beautiful but unknown. Because Earth is more than a planet, it is the beginning of meaning, the birthplace of wonder, the spark of consciousness in the endless dark. Without it, the story of the cosmos would go untold. But with it, the story continues, and we are its authors.